Good evening, everyone. Welcome back. I thought I would make this quick little video, kind of like as a document, just so you have an idea of what it's like to grow a business. I always thought that it was easy, but I'm now realizing it is very difficult, and I know when people don't do it. Welcome back. As you know from the last video, I had to let one of my employees go. Mainly just efficiency. He wasn't getting any better, but super nice kid, showed up early, but that kind of caused a ripple in... Sorry, I keep looking at myself. I'm going to turn this around. It kind of caused a ripple in our schedule. It was like a perfect storm. So it was just me and one other guy. We had 70 hours of mowing, which, like, two people can do like 60 hours if they're very efficient. And then we also had two like 30-hour jobs, mulch jobs. So man, it's been a rough week. So I basically hit the ground last weekend doing interviews. We got a lot of working interviews. That's kind of what saved my butt this week. I just scheduled a bunch of working interviews for those mulch jobs. And we knocked it out. I ended up hiring a guy on Monday, so it's 3 of us, but he was like still training. He's never mowed lawns before, so we couldn't mow. And we only had 2 trucks, so we were still very inefficient. So it's Friday now. We got most of the way done with both of the mulch jobs, and we talked to the customers. They said they're happy to let us come back next week to finish up, because we're going to have to order more mulch. They said it looks great for where it's at right now. But now it's Friday night. I woke up at 6 this morning, started working at 8. We mulched until 4. Anyways, I've worked from 8 to 9. It's 9:30 right now. And we still have about like 25 hours of mowing to do this weekend, starting tomorrow. So luckily I have one guy who's able to come in. He'll be able to mow with me. So we should maybe get half of that done. Maybe a little more. Not sure how everything is going to go with that. But I hired 2 guys today, so that's a plus. I'll keep updating on this weekend, and then I'll do my overall thoughts of this. So, gonna spend all my day tomorrow mowing, probably like 8 to 8 again. Hopefully I'll get more than 12 hours of mowing done. That would be fantastic if we could do like 17 or something, and then Sunday I wouldn't have to mow that much, or maybe we could push some off. So yeah, I hired 2 guys, which is amazing. Super great guys. They haven't done lawn care necessarily, but they helped on these mulch jobs, and they actually absolutely crushed it. I love the way they think. I'm excited. I'm very hopeful, and I think they could do a really good job. So super excited about those hires. But me and this other guy are gonna crush it tomorrow. We're gonna get these lawns mowed. It's been crazy. I definitely could not have done this without Augusta and Command Center backing me up and doing all my admin. I probably have like 15 to-dos from them of like customers asking questions, stuff like that. As I was mowing today, this evening, it was like 7 o'clock. I was mowing a lawn. One customer was threatening to leave us a bad review unless we got the job mowed today. So I was like at another property at 7 o'clock, trying to get to another property to mow by 8. And then I had another customer. Both of these people called the office like 4 or 5 times today, and I have to pay for that, for every minute they spend on the phone. So then another customer was demanding that we give them free service because we're 2 days past when we technically should be mowing their house. So I had to deal with that. The I won't say how we dealt with the one who is demanding free service, but the other one, the lady, I understand. I think she's trying to sell the house. She had pictures. I got there. I started mowing. It was a lot of grass. It was super thick. So I just called them and I was like, hey, I can finish mowing this lawn, but there's going to be a lot of dead grass on top. Otherwise, I can come back tomorrow, mow it, and then rake all the stuff out. So we're going to come back tomorrow and do that. Anyways, now to my overall thoughts. I could not do this without Augusta. It's amazing having them. Like, they're so much better with the wording with the customers. They can do stuff when I'm not able to, like when I'm in the field working. But I've started to really, over these last, like especially this week, I've noticed that I need to start transitioning my time from being in the field to at least having 2 days like working on the business, because I have so many to-dos that I can't get done when I'm constantly in the field. So I'm really starting to see that, like, at this point I should be like a working GM, as Mike says. But I'm not able to do that right now because we have to train these employees. One guy can go out on his own, but we've hired 3 brand new guys who don't know how to mow. So once we get them trained, I've got to spend some time like working on the business, going out and selling, being able to follow up with customers. I think that's going to be huge for me right now. I have to get out of the field for at least a day or two, and I'm realizing that. Another big thing that I need to be working on, that I'm trying to work on, is being more proactive, better at my scheduling rather than being like super reactive. And I think that's how I've kind of fumbled these last couple months. I've been like super reactive. Also, we're just growing so fast. I've never gone through a spring rush like this. So I'm kind of trying to figure out the hiring. It's like all hitting at once. So I have good days where it's like I feel great, on top of the world, we're crushing it. And then there's days like today where it's like super overwhelming and there's just so much to do. But my brother recommended The Gap and the Gain. It's a book, and it kind of just keeps you more in a positive mindset. And that's been huge for me, where I kind of just look back on my past wins and I'm going over my wins every day, like 3 wins a day. And it's really helping me stay positive throughout this whole thing. Like, thinking like 3 years ago, this is the position I was hoping I would be in, and I'm finally here. So I can't wish it on like anybody else. Like, this is what I asked for. I'm here, I'm in the moment. So yeah, those are a couple of my thoughts. I could ramble on for a long time, but I really just wanted to do this update. It's been a hectic week. We're just letting some fires burn, trying to manage the biggest fires, because mowing is our bread and butter, as my coach said. So it's good to focus on those. Next week, I'm very hopeful. I definitely have a lot of things I have to work through, like only having 2 trucks with 5 guys, each with 2 seats. That's one of my big things I'm going to be working on, and really just trying to get into the field. But anyways, it's 9:37. I got to go to bed, wake up, start mowing again tomorrow. But just wanted to update you guys. I love you all. I hope you can take something away from this. It's definitely pretty difficult, very mentally and physically draining at this point of the growth cycle. I'm excited. I'm grateful for where I'm at, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya. I had my phone as my light, so I don't know.